to watch me eat. Chipotle, Raising Cane's, crumble cookie.
You read the title. You know what I'm talking about. I know at some point the algorithm has assaulted you with videos of these glizzy guzzling, professional big backing mukbangers just diabolically eating. Usually something that looks like it's gonna tear your stomach up. Seriously, I don't know what these mukbangers gonna do when they reach their 40s, when they get a little bit older, because baby, your stomach is gonna be cooked, as the kids say, okay? Your stomach is gonna put in an early retirement notice on your ass, all right? I mean, the portions, the cheese, the audacity, and worst of all, the noises, the horrid noises. Now, if you're one of those people who actually like those noises, I'ma hold your hand while I say this, but use a freak a leak, and that's okay. But I need you to know, sweetheart, that you are a classic 100% Rick James super freak. Now, matter of fact, believe it or not, people are actually getting bricked up off these videos. I mean, mukbangs and the content involved with it has brought a whole new meaning to the word food porn. Shit, eventually you're gonna need a special subscription for this kind of content. Bitch is gonna stop doing OnlyFans and switch over to OnlyFoods. Now, I'm gonna be super honest, these mukbangs disgust me. Just watching one of them makes my IBS act up. But besides just being nasty as hell, they're actually pretty harmful and toxic in many ways. The online mukbang community is kind of trifling, especially on TikTok, the cesspool of the internet. Today, I am here to talk about the main issues that I have with mukbangs and roast these mukbangers like the pigs they are. But right before we get into it, please make sure you subscribe and you like the video, because if not, my cat Nova is going to be pissed at you, and trust me, you do not want that cat angry. My next sub goal is 10,000 subscribers, so please help a sister out by subscribing and liking the video so YouTube knows my videos are worth a damn. I also have a sticker shop, so if you like supporting small businesses and you like cute stickers and accessories, please go check that out as well. The link will be in the description below. Now, super important note, instead of using the term fitterism, I'm going to be using the term stufferism, stuffer, and stuffy, and also several other words will be censored. Y'all know how YouTube is. If you don't know what fitterism means, go ahead and give it a quick Google search. Just make sure you don't do it on the work computer. All right, now let's actually get into it. Now, the first main issue that I have with mukbangs is pretty freaking obvious. It promotes toxic and unhealthy overconsumption, as if we didn't already have a problem with overconsuming. Now, it's not just showing them eating the ridiculous portions, which is already bad enough. The food is specifically placed, showcased, and edited to make it seem as hyper palatable as possible. People who make food content in general use editing to make the food look super vibrant and texturized. Like, I don't know if y'all noticed, but the food in these little food content videos be looking way better than it does in real life. Like, I've never seen a damn mozzarella stick that looks as good as it does in these videos. And that's to trigger that yum yum response in your brain. I don't know the scientific term for it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. But it's also great news for these food companies. Because it triggers your mind's natural big back response, it heavily promotes going out, buying, and consuming this unhealthy ass food. In fact, many food and snack companies have already tapped into that marketing strategy by partnering with mukbangers, giving these mukbangers attention to promote their products. So even if someone tried to argue, well, the mukbangers can't be responsible for other people's decisions and they're not forcing their audience to go out and buy it, they are literally telling their audience to go out and buy something when they're taking sponsorships. In my opinion, when you take a sponsorship, you are directly using your emotional influence and telling your audience they should go out and consume that product. Now, anyone with a food addiction, a sugar addiction, or disorder, those addictions are going to be reinforced by watching these videos of this unrealistically good-looking food. especially if they're seeing their favorite content creators constantly promoting certain food products and making it look so satisfying. At the very least, it's normalizing eating, and even if they are fake eating, it is still stimulating and promoting eating. There's also a huge concern for the mukbangers themselves. Right now, it just seems like I'm villainizing mukbangers, but I'm just as worried about them. Now, I'm no doctor, but something tells me eating massive amounts of processed food continuously as a career is probably not good for you. And it will affect your overall health and wellness. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. But one day, when you're a bit older and the glory days of your social media career is way long over, you will reap what you sow. Now, side note here, okay, when we're talking about promoting overconsumption and going out to these restaurants, I just want to go ahead and say that behind every ridiculous meal is a team of fast food or restaurant workers who have had to make it, who are probably underpaid and overworked, and now they have to deal with these people putting in these atrocious ass orders just for a stupid video, making their day that much harder. All for them to waste half of the food anyway, most likely. Now, I've seen clips of these TikTok food content creators making their Chipotle bowls or whatever, and I get physically pissed off.
Can I get more beans, please? Can I have a little bit more chicken, please? Can I have more fajita veggies? Can I also get steak? Can I get extra queso? Here you go. Can I have some more, please? Can I get extra corn, extra sour cream? Can I also get extra cheese?
Like, I would be pissed if I was behind these mofos in line, because what the fuck do you need all that for? Like, it's gross, it's unnecessary, and it's inconveniencing like everyone involved in the situation. I could go on and on about how dangerous it is for them to constantly be promoting this type of overconsumption, but I want to go ahead and touch on the other issues that I have because I don't want this video to be an hour long. Now, the next issue is something that really needs to be addressed because it is pretty serious. The stufferism content. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but every super successful mukbangs I'm talking about, like the really big channels, they seem to use the same formula. It's a family-sized portion, usually with a bunch of sauce and or cheese, messy ass eating, taking big ass bites, and nasty ass eating noises. Some of them incorporate moaning and overreacting to the food as they're eating it. This girl, Claudia Eats, is a really good example because she takes her videos to another level, honey. You can tell that she goes out of her way to get those perfect shots and the perfect bites with the sauce.
It's been way too long since I've had canes, so of course I had to get some today. Y'all, we officially have a new Tuesday tradition, Tender Tuesday. Dave's Hot Chicken.
The food is filtered to look like a commercial, her face is filtered into oblivion, and for some reason she's just creepily staring into your soul the entire time, as if she doesn't have one. In fact, direct eye contact seems to be really important for some reason, and definitely a part of the formula. almost as if they want the transaction to be intimate. Now, I wonder what other activities people like eye contact with. I wonder what other pleasurable activity people like eye contact with for intimacy purposes. Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, what we're seeing here is the fetishization of food and gluttony. Now, I could point out a ton of other popular girl mukbangers who make this content, but I want to go ahead and expose some of the male mukbangers because I feel like they don't get enough heat. Like, for example, this guy Guac Bites.
Sour sauce. I'm gonna eat this croissant in one bite.
He needs to be arrested and exorcised. By the way, him and his wife both do mukbangs, and both of them are trifling. Or this other guy, Jello Eats.
McDonald's mukbang.
He needs his ass whooped. Like, I'm not even his mama and I'm about to take out my belt. Someone needs to stop this for his own good. And you can tell that these mukbangers have this formula down. The huge portions, the huge bites, the messy eating, the noises, the eye contact, etc. And this is the same formula that you see in the stufferism community. Now pump the brakes. I'm not saying that everyone who enjoys mukbangs is also into that particular kind of stuff. What I'm saying is they are stimulated by the exact same things. It may not be a sexual experience for them, but they are getting some kind of pleasure out of it. Like, they are triggered by the same stimuli. Even though it's not a sexual stimulation, it is still hitting a pleasure button. Now, some mukbangers do more of the stufferism stuff than others. Not everyone has the same community. Jelly Bean Sweets did a lot of stuffer content in the beginning, but she has toned it down some. But these are all subliminal, okay? Like I said, these are not actual stuffer communities. They're just like the watered down version. They're like the kids bop version, if you will. But there are actual stuffy accounts that have actual stuffers supporting them on TikTok. Usually you see this with super obese people because real stuffers who have this preference, they tend to like the big ones. They want to see someone eat themselves to the size of a freaking Volkswagen, and that really riles them up for some reason. I don't know, I don't get it, but it's a thing, it exists. And there is a lot of these stuffy accounts on TikTok and other social media platforms. Here's one called 500-Pound Giantess. Pretty transparent username. Her content is her doing what you would expect a 500-pound giantess to do, eating like she ain't got no damn sense. Here's another huge stuffy account called Layla May Plus. She done got her friends wrapped up into it too. Like, she's out here recruiting. And I know that her organs are just freaking drowning in visceral fat, honey. Like, I don't know how much years Miss Layla May has, but honey, she looks like she is destroying her body. So I guess these people who are stuffy say, fuck it, I'm already fat, I'm already addicted to food, and I'm not about to lose no weight anyway, so I might as well get some money and attention from it. But every single bite of food they take, their mind and body deteriorates a little bit more. Now, I talked about this in my fat acceptance video, but it's not like they're just gonna die early. They're not just gonna wake up one day and they're dead. That's not how it works. They are going to be miserable and suffering the entire time. It's going to be a slow painful decline. It's the same way we've seen other obese mukbangers decline. For example, Hungry Fat Chick. Now, I really don't like kink shaming. If you want to be freaky, be freaky. If you want to dress up like a dog and have your partner walk you around on a leash, have at it. Bark, bark, bitch. If you want to have a bitch fart in a jar so you can buy it and sniff that shit up like it's Huff, more power to you. I don't care, but this particular preference is harmful and deadly, and it ruins people's lives, which is why I and many people have a problem with it. People that were formerly in the stuffer community have came out and said how toxic and horrible the community is. Creators like Quirky Love Rosie. Hey guys, it's editing Mo here. I just want to say I was gonna go into a whole summary on Hungry Fat Chick story and Quirky Love Rosie's story, but honey, the lore is like just way too thick for this video. So what I'm gonna do is I already done a video on Hungry Fat Chick. It's an old one, but you can go ahead and watch it. It's still very relevant to her situation. And I'm going to link the interview that Quirky Love Rosie did with the channel called We're All Insane, where she really breaks down her entire experience. If you wanted to go check it out yourself, that link will be in the description below. Now, these stuffers don't give a fuck about these people. They get off watching these people self-harm. And y'all sit there and wonder why the aliens don't fuck with us. Like, the aliens probably got our ass under quarantine trying to study us, trying to figure out why we're like this. TikTok don't give a damn that this is a harmful trend circulating on their platform, like the rest of the harmful trends on that platform. All TikTok is worried about is getting that money and not being banned. But we, the people, need to crack down on this shit. And by crack down, I mean complain in a YouTube video, but not actually do anything about it. But hey, awareness is a good start. Now, another main issue that is just rampant on TikTok right now, but it's also in the mukbang community, is exploitation. Okay, now I will admit that this is not specifically within the mukbang community. Exploitation, particularly child exploitation, is pretty popular on social media in general and runs rampant on platforms like TikTok because some parents don't know how to treat their kids like human beings. Why not make them do creepy mukbangs for the internet so people can get some kind of weird pleasure watching their kids eat? Now, I went back and forth with myself on whether this was relevant enough to mention in a video about mukbangs exclusively, but I think it's important to mention the kid mukbangs because this trend is all about performing a specific act on camera to provide a specific pleasurable service to the viewer. That's what's happening. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that's not what's happening. And I just think it's pretty fucked up that kids are being wrapped up in this shit in this community that is associated with a pretty popular example of what I'm talking about, but not the only example, as we will see here in a minute, is a channel called Mary Alexis 2005, which is a mash between a family channel and a mukbang channel on TikTok. This channel features a 16-year-old girl named Izzy, I believe, doing mukbangs, usually with that formula we talked about down to a T.
Guys, I got Chipotle! It's heavy. Let's eat. Guys, I got In-N-Out and Cane's. Oh my gosh, In-N-Out is my favorite.
Now, there's a lot of other content with her older sister and family, but the most successful videos are Izzy eating, and she appears to be eating enormous amounts of food, taking big messy bites, and overreacts to every bite she takes. Y'all, this is stufferism content. And who is behind the camera? Who is directing all this shit? Her mother and father. So not only is this girl being exploited for the mukbangs themselves, but she is like the butt of the joke in the family. There are several videos that are obviously set up to make fun of her for being the fat one, and the comment section is also pretty brutal on her, and it's all like, haha, look at my fat pick of a daughter, isn't she so fat and greedy, y'all, haha.
Damn, little lady. You sure can't put it.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play
Little Caesars! Oh my gosh, we haven't had this in so long.
Here's your pizza.
Oh, these are breadsticks? No, it's your pizza. What?
Basically turning her freaking daughter into a lolcow. And what kind of parent would want that for their freaking kid? And even if Izzy was completely in agreement with this, even if she was doing this on her own accord, there is no way her parents should allow her to make these kind of videos or eat the way she does. Like, I would still blame the parents regardless, but I truly do believe that this is all a part of the mother's evil plan. Now, if you want to learn more about this situation, Kiana Daughtry has a great video on the Mary Alexis 2005 channel. Go watch it after mine because Kiana's already popping, okay? I'm a baby YouTuber, I need the views first, and then go check out her awesome video. Now, like I said, I was debating whether I even wanted to bring up this issue because so far I've only heard of this one main example until I did more research. And by research, I mean, all I did was type in Kid Mukbang into my TikTok search bar. And lo and fucking behold, a shit ton of videos of little kids eating on camera show up. And they are using the same formula, more or less, like the big bites, the noises, some of them even making the eye contact.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Y'all have to accept the fact that my baby loves talking to y'all. Like, she loves y'all. Like, she's obsessed with y'all.
And I'm just like, well, I'll be goddamned. Now, let me be clear where I stand on the whole family vlog, whether kids should be on camera, situation type deal. There is nothing wrong with occasionally sharing some moments with your kids online, but kids should not be used as a continuous source of content, and they sure as hell shouldn't be used as an asset in a social media career, let alone participate in a subgenre that's associated with a damn fish. Like, how do you know some perverted stuffer creep is not watching videos of your kids eating? Oh, what was that? You don't care because you're an awful human being? Got it. Now, this channel called Abby and Esteban features this kid that's like 4 or 5 years old. He can barely string a fucking coherent sentence together, but he knows the mukbang formula down to a T.
Okay, so my mommy make.
No, I bought it.
Okay. So my mom he bought seafood boil and not shrimp and not flat shrimp. Oh. I look.
He knows how to do them damn mukbangs, and it's just endless videos of this little kid eating on camera, getting great freaking views, and this little kid don't know that he's being watched by thousands of strangers online. There's another channel named Teddy that just shows everything her daughter eats in a day, and all of the videos are the same. It's just this girl eating on camera.
Everything my daughter orders from Chick-fil-A. Half and half tea lemonade. Chick-fil-A Deluxe. Everything my daughter snacks on after practice. SpongeBob popsicle. Flavored water in her circle. Meat and cheese pack.
Oh no, I'm devastated.
And even though they're not technically mukbangs, it still makes me feel some type of way because I feel like she's just a food content farm. Like, they just turn their own kids into content farms. Like, please tell me I'm not the only one who has a serious problem with kids eating on camera like this. I'm sure I don't have to go into the detail explaining the long-term effects of getting hooked on eating large portions of unhealthy takeout from an early age, or the childhood trauma that comes with being exposed and exploited on the internet from an early age. Okay, so I am going to get into my final thoughts here in a moment, but I wanted to talk a little bit more about the promoting overconsumption thing and how it leads to distorted relationships with food. Like I said earlier, these mukbangs stimulate eating, and a lot of impressionable people watch TikTok, not just the kids, but these adults too, because some of these adults are just as freaking gullible. And these young, impressionable people, especially the kids, are still forming a relationship with food and with their bodies. On one end, we're showing them unrealistic beauty standards and shoving that in their faces, and the other end, there's a whole bunch of food content and food marketing like this. And they will copy this behavior. They already copied the freaking beauty TikTok people, and tweens were taking over Sephora, so you know damn well they're gonna copy this. If their favorite content creator jumped off a bridge, they would jump off a bridge. Let me just put it that way. These eating behaviors, dietary choices, and portions are being normalized for them. And I just think it's a perfect storm for some kid or some teenager that's already rotting their brain on TikTok and consuming way too much media to develop body image issues and distorted eating patterns. Look, here's the thing. Mukbangs seem to be really popular on TikTok, and it seems like a really easy way to make money and get views. And as a mukbanger, you get to eat a bunch of yummy food for money, so that sounds like a dream job. And I'm sure if they saw this video, they would just call me a hater. But deep down, they know that this shit is kind of toxic for real. And I'm just concerned for everyone involved. I'm concerned for the mukbangers. I'm concerned for the people watching the mukbangers, and hell, I'm concerned for myself because making this video, I had to watch a shit ton of these mukbangs, and I don't need that shit in my head. I already gotta fight my own big back demons. I don't need this stuff ingrained in. Do you agree with my main issues, or do you disagree and just think I'm being over dramatic? What did I miss? What did I not talk about? Because I'm sure this is not gonna be my only video on mukbangs. Let me know in the comments and let's have a discussion about this because I had to get this shit off my chest. Y'all, thank you guys so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe and like the video because my cat Nova is watching your ass. For all my regular viewers, I will be continuing to cover every episode of 1,000 Pound Sisters. I also have a couple exciting announcements coming up, a couple things that I'm working on behind the scenes, so y'all also prepare for that. I think that's all I wanted to say for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.
Raising canes, crumble cookie, and Subway, you can have it your way. Sauce dripping on my face.